What is up, Auburn fans, and welcome into another episode of Auburn at the Voice of College Football. I'm your host, Blake Lane, and today we are here to talk about SEC Media Days and why Tuesday is absolutely massive for Hugh Freeze and the Auburn Tigers. But first, if you could, please like this video, share this video out on your social media, and click the bell for notifications so you get notified every time I drop content on this channel. Thank y'all for being here. Love everything we're doing, how we're growing each and every day. But let's get in here and talk about Tuesday morning. Hugh Freeze, Connor Lew, Jackson Arnold, Keldrick Falk. I think those three were the perfect picks. They get up to the mics, man, and it is their day to showcase the Auburn Tigers and tell us what the 2025 team is going to be all about. And I think those three picks were exactly who you had to take, just like we talked last week. Everybody was on Cam Coleman. Well, why didn't Cam Coleman go? Jackson Arnold had to go. He had to, because this is who Hugh Freeze pivoted to. He made the pivot from Peyton to Jackson, and your job's on the line. And we look at Connor Lew. This is a guy that's been there for 2 years. He come in. He ended up playing as a freshman. He wins the job as a sophomore. He plays all last year. He's getting really, really high looks from scouts, and he's getting draft grades, second round, possibly first round. So this is a guy that's a team leader. He's been around the program. He knows how Hugh Freeze operates, and you wanted him to anchor down your offense. Now, Jackson had to go, y'all. He had to, because if Hugh Freeze would have left the guy that he went and got out of the portal at home, the media would have absolutely torn him apart. They would have pounded him with, well, why didn't you bring the guy that your job's on the line with? Why didn't you bring him? If you're so confident in him, why didn't you bring him? You know for a fact they would have hounded Hugh Freeze about that. So I think Jackson had to go. And then obviously Keldrick Falk, I mean, he's going to be a first-round pick. He's a leader of your defense. I mean, the guy's just absolutely killing it out there on the D-line and everything like that. So I think he absolutely had to be your option there for defense. So why do I think this is absolutely massive for Auburn? Well, let's go back in everything in the offseason for the Auburn Tigers, right? You're getting hounded about recruiting. You're getting hounded about, like I said, Hugh plays too much golf. You just had DJ Barber dismissed from the football program, and we know why. So that's going to be brought up. Those questions are all going to be brought up. And you need Hugh Freeze to get up there and absolutely hammer home how he feels about this 2025 football team. He has to get up there and make a statement and answer the golf questions, kind of like he did on David Pollock's podcast in that interview, like we talked earlier in the week, is you get up there and let these media guys know that right now this is about the 2025 Auburn Tigers, okay? This is how we are going to be in the 2025 season. I'm not here to talk about golf, and I'm not here to talk about the recruiting class, because I've laid it out on the line of how I'm going about things. Hugh has told us, hey, I like my football team. I like the guys that are in the program right now. So I want to get these guys and keep them here. I do not want to lose people to the transfer portal. And that is what's going on, and I fully believe him after listening to that interview. And so the tough questions are going to come for Hugh. And I can only imagine the first question, I mean, it's going to be about golf. I mean, I already know it. You can see it from a mile away. And like Hugh said, if you don't think I'm not recruiting, you're crazy. Things are going to come up about John Cohen in August 1st. And Hugh's going to have to hammer that home, because they're going to pound him on why aren't other programs following you since y'all are so right. So Hugh's going to have to get up there, and he's going to have to explain himself, and he's going to have to explain the route that him and John Cohen are taking behind all of this. And it's absolutely massive for Auburn, because all eyes are going to be on Hugh, and the entire Southeastern Conference wants to hear it. Now, you pivot to the players. Connor Lew, all right? Some people were questionable about him going because they said he was like a nonverbal guy. He's not very loud. probably a guy that you don't want to put in front of the microphone. No, this is huge for Auburn's offensive line, because who better to take than Connor Lew for you to go up there and stand up there in front of the SEC media and say, hey, look, this Auburn offensive line is going to be the best we've had in 10 years. And you can highlight Xavier Chaplin. You can highlight these guys, man, that you have went and got Murphy from USC, and the guys that have decided to come back like Dylan Wade, Too Tall, all these guys, man. Jeremiah Wright. This is your opportunity to go up there and say, hey, this is the best line we've had. We're going to be good. We're going to be really good. We also got a quarterback back there that's got a little motion to him, got a little savviness, got a little moxie to him. We haven't had that. This is also an opportunity for Jackson Arnold to step up to the microphone. You know they're going to pound you about what happened at Oklahoma. You know they're going to pound you about getting benched last year at Oklahoma. And the first thing they're going to say is, well, could it happen again at Auburn? You have Deuce Knight right behind you. You have Deuce Knight sitting there, and all the Auburn fans, they're going to look right at Jackson Arnold and say, all the Auburn fans are so high on Deuce. What are you going to do about it? Perfect opportunity for Jackson Arnold to lay it all out on the line and say, hey, I'm not coming here to sit the bench. I'm coming here to take Auburn back to where they need to be. And a lot of people think that SEC Media Days is a lot of word salad, and it can be sometimes. Like, I used to think when Kirby and Nick and they would get up there, I'd be like, okay, man, I know what's going on. Like, I know how good your team's going to be. I don't have to hear all this. But I think this is different for Hugh and these guys. I think it's different. And Jackson is going to have to show that he is the leader of this football team Tuesday, and he's going to have to get up there and answer some tough questions about why he transferred to Auburn. And he's going to have to highlight his guys. He's going to have to talk about these running backs. Damari Alston, hey, showcase the cleats, kid. Those are absolutely sick, by the way. Everybody wanted to question, what can Nike do for you? Go check out them cleats, man. Damari's going to be rocking in style. Going to be rocking in style next month at Baylor. That's going to be absolutely sick. So go highlight your guys. Go talk about your wide receivers. Go talk about how great your offensive line is, right? You got the offense covered there. Got the offense covered. Now you go over to Keldrick. And you highlight this defense. You talk about the Malik Blocktons, the Jay Crawfords, the K.N. Lees. You talk about the Sylvester Smiths, all these guys, man, the Caleb Harrises. You go highlight and tell the nation. Don't tell the SEC. Tell the nation how good this Auburn defense is about to be. Go tell them that Robert Woodyard is about to make a highlight reel year in 2025. Because this is the opportunity for people to stop laughing at Auburn. And that's what kind of gets me. Is Auburn has now, when I get on TikTok and I see these guys give their takes on, well, Auburn's the hardest job in the SEC, and people start laughing at Auburn. I'm tired of that. Because it's teams that you don't have any business speaking up to Auburn like that. You're Mississippi State. I mean, the Locked On Mississippi State guy said that the Iron Bowl was one of the worst, the overrated rivalries in all of sports. Like, come on, man. And I'm tired of Auburn being looked at in that light. And so maybe a lot of people don't pay attention to SEC Media Days, but the ones that do, I think everybody in the Southeastern Conference, every fan is locked in on it. The ones that do, man, go tell them about the 2025 Auburn Tigers. Let them be known that this team, there's no more 5-7. There's no more 6-6 because people are still doubting you. People are still doubting you. Get in front of every microphone while you're there in Atlanta and just hammer it out, man. Be classy, be professional, and let them know that Auburn is on the way back. Let them know that this is the turnaround in year 3. And we can always go back to it. I know I've been tough on Hugh. I have. I've been extremely tough on Hugh Freeze because the losses have piled up, and I didn't think we would have taken a step back in year 2. I at least thought we would have been 7-5, 8-4 in year 2. But he always told us the first 2 years we're going to suck. And if you remember it, when he took the job, go back and listen to it. He said the first 2 years we're going to suck. He said, but year 3, we're going to start turning things around and we're going to start competing in big-time college football games. So Tuesday is the day with all eyes on you. And I love the 3 picks from Hugh Freeze. I love the 3 guys that are going to be there to represent Auburn. Those are the 3 that I think had to be there. And a lot of people, hey, Jackson Arnold, he's only been there a couple months, but he's our quarterback. And you got to take the guy that is the leader in the locker room. I think those guys they're high on Jackson, man. I think they really, really like Jackson Arnold. I do. I think these receivers like him. I think the running backs like him. I think the whole damn team likes him. So you got to take him. And I'm excited about Tuesday. I'm one of those people where I get pumped up about SEC Media Days. I think that is the intro into the college football season. And it's not a mark to. I'm not downing other conferences or anything, but I just think SEC is the premier conference in college football, and I think a lot of you agree. And this is to kick off the college football season. This is what everybody cares about, man, is the Southeastern Conference. And you want to hear from the best of the best. I had a conversation with a buddy a while ago, and he was asking me about, like, hey, man, who does Auburn go get next year as a head coach? And I said, nobody. And I said, because I think Hugh Freeze is going to turn the damn thing around. I do. I think Hugh's going to turn it around. And then we got to talking about buyout, and Tyler Siskey said that it's got to get really bad for Auburn to fire Hugh because of the buyout. I think it was at 21 million, 22 million, something like that. Can't remember the exact amount, but it's up there. So he said that it would have to get really, really bad. And I said, look, man, Hugh turns it around, and he gets it done, and he gets another year, and hopefully the train gets rolling the right way. But if it doesn't, I'm not really worried about that right now. I'm not. We've heard the DJ Durkin rumors and all that, about people just throwing hypotheticals out there that he could get the job if Hugh was to step down or get fired. Would you hand it to DJ? I don't care about all that right now. I don't. What I'm locked in on is Tuesday morning and Hugh Freeze taking the stand, man. That's what I am so ready for Hugh Freeze to get in front of that microphone. All eyes on him. Let me see some positivity. Let me see some energy, baby. And let me see 3 guys that are jacked up to play in front of Jordan-Hare Stadium and the best fans in college football. So I just wanted to get on here today and talk a little bit about that. I didn't want to keep y'all too long, but just give my opinion on what Tuesday morning means for the Auburn Tigers. And we're almost there. We're grinding down to August 29th and 7 o'clock on a Friday night in Waco, Texas. So I like I said, I think this is the introductory to college football, and we're here, baby. So another month away, and we'll be getting after it. And all the questions, all the comments, and all the the predictions and all that, it'll be all thrown away, and we got to see the product on the field. So thank y'all for joining me. Click the like button, share it, all that good stuff. And War Damn Eagle, I'll probably catch you Wednesday night, because Tuesday is Levi's birthday. He'll be turning 2 years old. Give him a War Damn Eagle. He's pumped up. But go check the Twitter with the Sunday fit, his little Sunday outfit he wore to church today. He's a huge Auburn Tigers fan. So, yeah, Tuesday is his birthday. So I'll probably see y'all Wednesday night. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. War Damn, baby. Let's go.